All right, if you are a student of U.S. history at all, you may be familiar with the famous farewell speech that General Douglas MacArthur delivered at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point.
Duty, honor, country. Those three hallowed words reverently dictate what you ought to be, what you can be, what you will be.
Friends, I'm telling you, that's one of the most powerful speeches. It's easy to find online, and I encourage you to go check it out. Multiple times throughout that speech, he referred to duty, honor, country. And now West Point has removed those words from its mission statement. Those words have been there since 1898. And now, instead of those words, they've been replaced with the words Army values. How inspiring. So the new statement in full actually says this now: to build, educate, train, and inspire the Corps of Cadets to be commissioned leaders of character committed to the Army values and ready for a lifetime of service to the Army and nation. Wow, that little change, friends, makes a huge difference. But does this represent yet another woke turn in our nation's military? Well, joining me now to discuss this is retired Lieutenant General William Caldwell, who is the president now of Georgia Military College, which is a major prep school helping cadets find their way and be accepted in West Point with incredible success rate that they have. General Caldwell, always great to see you, my friend. Welcome to Washington Watch.
Well, Jody, thanks for the invitation. Glad to be here with you today. Honored.
Well, it is my honor to have you. I've been privileged to be on the campus of Georgia Military College, in my opinion, one of the best kept educational secrets in the nation, certainly in Georgia. And I know that you had to be deeply concerned about West Point, the military academy, removing these three words. Should it be something that concerns all of us?
Well, you know, Jody, according to the history, back in 1890 or so, they actually added those three words onto our crest, the crest we have today at the United States Military Academy. And they've been our watchwords for over 150 years now. For us that are Academy grads, when we heard there was a change being made, we were trying to understand what was the why. What was wrong with our current mission statement? What was not being produced that needed to be produced that required us to take the three watchwords that have been there as a part of our crest and our mission statement since about 1998, and remove them and replace them with Army values. Here's how I would take it. We have great Army values. We use the acronym leadership to discuss them: loyalty, respect, duty. There's seven great words, but the three words captured with duty, honor, country are just irreplaceable. It's kind of like General Douglas MacArthur said in that speech he gave a little clip on. He says, these are your rallying points to build courage when courage seems to fail, to regain faith when there seems to be little cause for faith, and to create hope when hope becomes forlorn. And all of us who have gone through the academy, you know, I appreciate that these are still going to be part of our motto. They're not removing that. But I think a lot of us thought that they had a very applicable place in the mission statement when it was put there in 1998. And we're just trying to understand why we thought we needed to remove them. What was it not doing that needed to be done for our academy?
Yeah, I mean, they've been here, like you said, around 150 years. And, you know, what concerns me, General, is if these words are no longer going to be part of the mission statement, is this the first step in ignoring these words altogether? Does that concern you?
It does. I appreciate that the superintendent was very clear that this will still remain our motto. And I did not hear anything about them trying to remove them from our crest. But what does, is, I guess, is a disappointment. I'd like to have the faith and trust in our leadership to do the right thing. It just, nothing had been communicated to anybody that current mission statement of living the values of duty and honor and country, we're not producing the leaders we needed today for our Army and for our nation.
Well, one of the first things that came to me, and I read the statement because it is alarming that now it seems the commitment is to the Army values and to the Army itself. And that's concerning in the political climate in which we're living today, that the commitment is to the Army more rather than our Constitution and the freedoms that we have and defending those freedoms. That's concerning to me. And I know there at Georgia Military College, these words are not going anywhere. Every time I've been there, you always say, this is who we are, these words right here. Why is that not going to change?
We have them embedded in our mission statement. In the military, a mission statement drives everything you do. When in doubt, when not sure, where to allocate resources, where to put precious time, you go to your mission. And as long as your mission supports what you're doing, you're right on target. And so when we remove those words from the West Point mission statement, it concerns me only in the sense that they were our rallying point. It's like, you said, they reverently dictate, like MacArthur said, what you ought to be, what you can be, and what you will be. And I just am having a challenge understanding what went wrong with our mission statement. Why was it not sufficient? And then to say we're only going to embrace Army values, there's values that transcend even beyond the Army. They're national values we as a nation need to embrace. And therefore, that's why you find them in the Georgia Military College mission statement, because we believe in that as the guiding post, the North Star, where we want all these young men and women to grow up to understand and to follow.
And you've done it well. Thank you so much, Lieutenant General Bill Caldwell. Always great to see you. Thank you for joining us this evening on Washington Watch.